According to Wikipedia, there are 15,115 Dollar Tree stores in the US and Canada. There is also a water source in Antarctica that gushes water in the color red. They call this place the Blood Falls. Our team asked a control group to give us their best estimate as to why the color of the water is red instead of the common blue. James thinks the blood falls in Antarctica are actually made out of blood. Cool. Abraham is so awestruck by Antarctica's blood falls that he doesn't feel any need to know why the water is so red. Abraham prefers his own imagination over scientific facts and logic. William here thinks that the blood falls in Antarctica are hooked up to a subterranean pond containing the fluid residue of an ancient blood god. During their time, the ancient blood god and his people once thought that the blood falls in Antarctica were a sign that the Earth was a big primordial spinning animal. In their theory, the red water source was situated above a reservoir or vat of sorts, one which housed the Earth mammal's internal organs. Their theory made perfect sense at the time. The ancient god and his people didn't have access to modern science. Of course, they were dead wrong. For the purposes of this video, we are going to focus on William. William does, in fact, have access to scientific facts and research. Just like the cult of the ancient god, however, he is wrong. But there is no excuse for his ignorance. William is either totally ignorant or simply insane. Both can be traced back to the fact that he is woefully uninformed. William, drunk off a false narrative, travels to the blood falls in Antarctica to prove his allegiance to the ancient blood god which, contrary to his belief, is in no way responsible for the bloody hue of the water. William arrives at the blood falls, begins to pray to the ancient blood god. William thinks he hears the ancient blood god telling him to do unspeakable things, goes home and sets his local Dollar Tree on fire. There are now a total of 15,114 Dollar Trees in the US and Canada. That is, of course, if Wikipedia can be trusted. If William had bothered to actually research Antarctica's blood falls, he would have learned the following. After consulting science, William would have learned that the blood falls in Antarctica aren't red because of their ties to an ancient blood god, and that the real reason that water is red is because of an ancient underground lake inhabited by something called a subglacial microbial community. Microbial communities are groups of microorganisms that live together symbiotically in a shared common space. Glacial biomes are dominated by these microbial communities, which often form an underground lake such as the one connected to Antarctica's Taylor Glacier, the source of the blood falls. Research conducted on the water underneath Taylor Glacier led microbiologists to discover that, in the absence of oxygen, the microbes beneath blood falls were using the sulfur and iron compounds present in the water to keep themselves alive for the past millions of years. From high school chemistry class, William recalls that the chemical compound iron turns to rust when exposed to air. This is why water containing iron, including some drinking water, is given a sort of gross, bloody likeness. Using this information, William would have been able to conclude that upon being exposed to air, the incredibly iron-rich water in Antarctica oxidizes to create what one could certainly mistake for the fluid residue of an ancient blood god. Dark, pure, otherworldly, red water. But William wasn't really thinking, was he? Had William taken the time and care to research, he would have saved himself a tremendous amount of time and effort, and there would still be one more Dollar Tree left in the world. Without information, there is no hope.